cause they know I'm too legit, yeah.
You muted me, what?
What? No, I've been doing all that talking. Ain't nobody heard me.
Yeah, you did all that talking. Did nobody hear you? How you doing?
Dog, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy that Naco Dre want to text. But anyway, big dog, hey, y'all watching Sports Talk. We'll be watched early this morning. Want to ask that you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and do me a favor. Share this video with your family and friends if you don't mind. Got Moneymane. Legendary Island himself is on the stage with me right now. Why, hey, I like that intro you got. Well, I was there. Oh, yeah, I like that Moneymane. I see you with that suit on. Yeah, I know where he growed up from. Yeah. It's better. Y'all don't know. I know, though. But once again, you're watching Sports Talk Family with Moneymane on a Wednesday morning, and we appreciate each and one of you. I'm recording this broadcast through my phone on my laptop. I got to go find me another laptop. That's all what it is. But anyway, big dog, let's get into this thing, man. Appreciate you for joining me early this morning. I know you got your thing you like doing and everything, man. I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you for jumping over here and being with me on this morning.
No problem.
Big Tiger Media hit me up last night. And I said, "No, man, I got my homeboy." He said, "Man, I'm from Georgia. Y'all need to let me get in with you." I said, "Okay." I said, Big Tiger Media, man. Shout out to Big Tiger Media. I said, "I got Moneymane this morning, man." So he said he'll call me later on. I said, "All right, we appreciate him for that." All right, big dog. Once again, we got to stay in. We got to stay on their neck, boy. About our dog Shedeur Sanders. When you look at the situation that Shedeur is in, when you really look at it and going into training camp, it ain't necessarily got to be Shedeur. I just want your opinion on which quarterback will be under the most pressure to perform well in training camp. Will it be Joe Flacco? Will it be Kenny Pickett? Will it be Dylan Gabriel? Or will it be Shedeur Sanders? Shedeur Sanders, me personally, I don't think no pressure on him. He'll be a fifth-round draft pick, as they say. So I think the pressure really gonna be on Kenny Pickett. That's me. He got to come down. He got to beat Joe Flacco out to me. And me personally, I'd rather have Kenny Pickett than Joe Flacco. All because I think he's more mobile. I'm not saying he's probably a better thrower than Joe Flacco, but with the system they planning on running like they ran in 2023. Me personally, I'll take Kenny Pickett out of those two instead of Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, I'm like Herm Edwards. He just got experience. I don't think he's mobile enough to get away from a defense that's active. Man, when you got 25 years old and 28 years old, and that defensive coordinator on the other side and dialed up that blitz, his body ain't gonna be able to react the way it used to 2 years ago. That's just me. But which quarterback you think under the most pressure to perform well in training camp?
I'm saying the same one, Kenny Pickett. I actually said it last night. I said he under the most pressure just because he was a first rounder.
Right.
And on his last leg, if he don't do good this season, he done. He basically done as a starter in the NFL. His resurgence, the comeback, the redeem himself is done. I'm telling you, it's like first rounder. 4 years later, now you valued at the 5th round pick. You battling. I think the battle is between him and Dylan Gabriel. If you look at the numbers on what ESPN Cleveland had, Dylan Gabriel had 83.
Right.
He had 63. Now in my head, that's the competition on which player gonna stay on the team, the third quarterback. I already see Joe Flacco as the starter, and then Shedeur as a QB2 just to start the season. But the battle, I think, in my eyes, is Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel.
I agree with you on that. I said that I think last week when they put them numbers out, like you said, 83, 63. Yeah, and G. Bush, when he hit me up, he said the battle is between those two to see who they gonna trade or cut. I said, wow. He said, yeah. He said he told me he ain't got no doubt that Shedeur Sanders, after everything was over, gonna come into camp as the number 2 quarterback, and Joe Flacco gonna be the number 1. But I understand that how everybody feel, but I think they're gonna release Joe Flacco some part of training camp. That's just me. So I think Kenny Pickett gonna surprise them. They're not gonna call the type of plays they call for Joe Flacco. Anytime you can roll out with 2 potent tight ends and 2 really good running backs, yeah, that offense should fit you because ain't no pressure on you trying to get the ball downfield. Really, ain't one quarterback on the team that can push the ball downfield. That should do a study on a consistent basis. He the only one got a strong arm that can do it, and Shedeur don't mind doing it. You remember when they last training camp, when they put that video out, his first pass when he ran with the second team was a bomb, about a 60 or 70-yard bomb down the field. So that let me know right there he's the only quarterback that'll take chances and push the ball downfield because you're going to need that. Man, if you just plan on just running the football, that's throwing those little hitches and screen passes, defensive coordinator got tape on you, and they going to roll their defense up to put pressure on you to throw the ball deep. And on the quarterback on this roster, I see that's Shedeur Sanders. He can do that. But also, when you look at the quarterback room, when you look at Dylan Gabriel, how do you see him fitting out? I think he's gonna be the backup to whoever starts because they high on him, and I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. I just see them because they risk a 3rd round draft pick. They want him to be the backup.
I'll say he is the 3rd string quarterback because that's what they drafted him as. If you look at it, Dylan Gabriel only visited 1 team on a 30 visit. That should tell you something right there. That was the Cleveland Browns.
Right.
Then they drafted him in the 3rd round when everybody had him going in the 5th or the 6th round, or maybe even 7 and undrafted. But the Browns, Andrew Berry, I think he the one that made that decision on his own, not to try to get from under Shedeur, because like I said, they had to draft Shedeur anyway. It was just they wanted to pick their guy that they thought could be a potential franchise quarterback for whatever reason. But I think they did that just because they had to draft Shedeur and they wanted to make it a quarterback competition. But if Shedeur would have never got drafted to the Browns, I think Dylan Gabriel would have been the third string. They would have ran with Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco at quarterback 1 and 2, whichever one you want to put first, and then he would have been the third stringer. That's just me.
Okay. Hey, that makes sense. That do make sense. I wonder what would have happened if they didn't draft Shedeur. Which team would have probably stepped up to the plate to get Shedeur? That's the part I want to see play out. Even though at first, when the draft, in the pre-draft, I had Cleveland. He was going to Cleveland from the jump. Now, whatever transpired, I heard your take on and everything you just hit on a little bit a while ago. It's that contract with Deshaun Watson that's standing over their head. And Kenny Pickett, if he do ball out, they won't even have the money to pay him because of that contract. And if they decide which one of these quarterbacks is not the future, and they go in the first round and try to draft one, they still won't be able to sign a quarterback out of next year's draft. Because next year's draft, shit, if you look at Cam Ward, he received $40 million, bro. Travis Hunter done got $30 million. So how could Mary Kay and Tony Grossman put out that narrative that the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns is in next year's draft when Deshaun Watson contract is still over the head?
I heard you talk about that last night. I had snuck in on your live, but I think they're gonna have to get rid of Deshaun first.
Okay, hold on, little big dog. You told me next year he guaranteed $80 million. So what they gonna do? They gotta pay half up?
They gotta pay more than half.
They gotta pay more than half.
To a team, they're gonna have to trade him. They can't release him.
They gotta pay more than half.
They gotta pay more than half. It gotta be 55 to 65% of that whatever they owe him. They trade him to another team, then the other team pay the other whatever left. Because if they try to release him, they're gonna hit a dead cap of 131 million. They can't release him. So they gotta trade him. It's either trade him or you keep him on the team, pay him in money, and let him be the most expensive backup ever in NFL history. Those are the only two options you got. But
so his contract worse than our homeboy Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. That's why the NFL didn't like it. Because they knew he could start a new precedent of NFL quarterbacks getting fully guaranteed. Now, if you look at Kirk Cousins' contract, they got some, all that they can split their money up, or that's what the Browns might do too, stretch it out longer. But Kirk Cousins is kind of the same, but he probably got some verbiage in there that's a little different that the Falcons can get some money back. But I mean, if the Browns don't sit them out like we expect a whole year, they got that insurance policy on it. A lot of people don't talk about that. I was just
going to say that, man. My lawyer, we played golf yesterday. We went at 8. Then we was talking about it. He was telling me, man, I seen your podcast, bro. You really are going in and what that should do it, man. Then a partner of mine brought up Deshaun Watson. And then he told the lawyer, said, man, that owner ain't really worried about Deshaun Watson. He got the insurance policy on that, brother. You ain't got to worry about that. He let y'all think he got that going on. But boy, he getting paid too now. He getting some of the money back. Y'all just don't know. So you really think they getting some of that money back off of insurance policy just in case he ain't perform? I'm sure they is. When you spend extra money.
They already knew he was injury prone after he got hurt when he first came back. So they took out their insurance policy, and I'm pretty sure they got insurance on a lot of them players. You just don't hear them talk about it. Just like your job got life insurance on you. A lot of people don't know that. They got life insurance on you. So even after you leave the job, they still gonna make some money off of you. So it's like that's the insurance policy, get $58 million back because they know they messed up, and the NFL told them they messed up. So after he got hurt that first season, they probably had bought an insurance policy for the next season and just kept it on. And now they're gonna get $58 million back because that's why I know he's not playing this year. But next year, that's a whole different story. You're gonna create a whole different monster, a whole nother different quarterback competition if you keep Deshaun Watson and say he in the mix.
Right. Yeah, I go with you on that. Yeah, he did say that. Oh man, I thought he was just shooting me a line because I know he ain't no Cleveland Brown fan. But when you just hit on that insurance thing, that thing brought home back from yesterday when I was talking to my lawyer. But also, when you look at the quarterback situation, when we look at Shedeur, right? I'm thinking he's gonna come in. After really thinking about this thing, I think he's gonna come in on the 4th. I think he's gonna come in 4th again on this depth chart. I really think he really 3rd on the depth chart. But man, I don't trust the head coach. But even if he do come in 4th on the depth chart, when you look at his quarterback situation, can he beat all odds before that first game during the preseason and those scrimmage games? Can he beat all odds? What percentage do you think he have to reach to get to that first string quarterback before the first game?
He might have 60%.
60%.
I go more than 50, just because we know what he gonna do.
Yeah, we know. I'm talking about that. I ain't talking about I'm talking about how they think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was about to get to that. We know what he gonna do. It's just if the Browns gonna let him, they gonna try to hold him back as much as possible, just to say to see if they can prove themselves right with Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah,
they're gonna hold him back as much as possible until they gonna get to the point that where us as a fans, Cleveland Browns fans, Shedeur fans, the NFL, the media, they're gonna say, why are the Browns not playing Shedeur? And then they're gonna be forced to do it.
The media, they're gonna say, that's it, bro. You said it. You said it right there. That's exactly what they're doing. That's why I'm watching close to see where he come in on that depth chart. That's why I need to get out there, man. Boy, I went online trying to get me a ticket. Boy, that man told me that ticket went away in 10 hours, bro. I said, dog, out of all them practice.
BWatts, you need to come with me, BWatts.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm going to Carolina, August 8th.
August 8th, let me write that down. August 8th.
Yep.
All right, I'm going with you then. Yeah, but I'm riding out with you. August 8th. Carolina. That's the scrimmage game or the preseason game?
Preseason game, the first one.
The preseason game.
Playing that game.
All right. August 8th. Yeah. I bet. That's on us. That's on a what?
That's a Friday. It's
Friday night. Woo.
Yeah.
I gotta get permission on that.
I'm bringing mine with me. Look, I'm bringing mine with me, so we good.
She don't like Colorado. She an Alabama fan and she a Falcons fan. So, but yeah, I'm gonna see what she say. I'm gonna see what she tuning in right now. I already know that. But when you look at it though, Shedeur Sanders situation, I don't understand why they can't see this dude if they want to win. Do you really think they want to win? Or they just want to prove themselves right?
Nah, they got that losing mentality. I told my everybody that was on last night. I said that owner, he building that stadium. The way he talked, I watched a little interview. The way he talked, he ain't even worried about the Browns. He more concerned.
Most of them owners don't, man. Most of them owners don't even worry about none of their football team. Only worry about their football team, Jerry Jones. That's it.
Exactly.
They worried about.
He the only one. But you gotta think about it. These guys that become billionaires owning the team. They got money before they got the team and got the team to make even more money.
Yeah.
So he building that stadium. They have the national championship, the NCAA Final Four, WrestleMania, Taylor Swift concert, Beyonce concert. He building that stadium to have all of that.
Yeah, I know.
The Browns gonna go 3-14 again. Get rid of Shedeur, but he gonna still make money.
Yeah, because G. Bush said he guaranteed they don't promise him a Super Bowl when he finna deal in 2029. I said, dog. But anyway, we want to say good morning to the chat. Miss Carolyn Shapper, we see you. Andrew Bolden, I see you. Tim Isaac. Coach G is in the building. Coach Dre, Debbie Garcia, Jeanette Fox. Appreciate y'all early this morning. We see you. Appreciate y'all. Dr. Amy Ruckles, appreciate you. I see you. DJ H, what's going on? Appreciate you for rocking with me this morning. But check this out, B-Dog. Now, when it comes down to Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, who you rocking with, And who you think they rocking with?
You see it? 12.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, I see that.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
The only time I heard about Dylan Gabriel is when he was on the Oregon and they were undefeated. Other than that, I ain't heard about Dylan Gabriel no more until the Cleveland Browns drafted him.
You didn't hear that about Dylan Gabriel during the draft process or any other team?
No.
I didn't either, bro. I didn't either.
No.
I didn't hear that about him either.
Wasn't even ranked as a top quarterback.
Right.
Never. But all of a sudden, I can say the same thing about Cam Ward. Before he went to Miami, he wasn't even projected to be number one.
Until he started working out with Shedeur, well off got him out there.
Exactly.
Well
off, put Cam Ward out there.
Yeah.
And all that stuff he said about Shedeur went viral. Then when everybody started liking him.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, I think I watched a little bit of your video early this morning around about 3 o'clock. Collateral collusion. Explain to some of the new people that I'm tuning in about collateral collusion with Shedeur Sanders.
Collateral collusion. That go back to the Deshaun Watson contract. If y'all don't know about the NFL case, the collusion case, they had their verdict back in January, but we just heard about it maybe about two weeks ago now. That stemmed from the Deshaun Watson fully guaranteed contract, and then they didn't allow Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Russell Wilson to get a fully guaranteed contract. So the collusion part come in with Shedeur is he the collateral of that whole situation where he fell in the draft and the Browns got punished and was supposed to draft Shedeur no matter what. They couldn't draft him until the 5th round or later. Because he could have fell all the way to the 7th round or whatever the last pick the Browns had. He could have failed it there. But they just decided to trade up to get him. But it stemmed from Deshaun Watson. You can't pay 2 fully guaranteed. I know it's a little tricky with the first rounders. All their money not fully guaranteed. But at the same time, if you look at it, they got 5 years on their first round if you get picked in the first round. So they couldn't pay Shedeur $46 to $40 million and still owe Deshaun Watson $230 million or $80 million in this case. To have 2 of them type quarterbacks on your roster, and the biggest Shedeur is with the brand, the hype, the following, the media presence, everything. You can't have that dude on your team getting $46 to $40 million as a backup. You can't have him on your team, and everybody gonna want to force to put him in because first rounders they get pressure to play early. So in that situation, that's what that's my scenario of the collateral collusion. Now somebody else might change it up and flip it a little bit. I done heard G. Bush say it too, and I could be wondering where he got that from, because I'm the only one that done said punishment, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But I heard both y'all talk about collateral collusion behind Shedeur Sanders. But it could be true, you might be right. Yep. Something went on. I don't know what it was, but something went on. But you can throw in, I think the Deshaun Sanders factor has something to do with it too, big dog. Them coaches they could risk drafting Shedeur. They really didn't. If things didn't go right, man, Coach Prime would have been on him. I hate to say this, but I don't want to mess up his recruitment. I think Coach Prime would have been considered as a head coach for one of them teams if Shedeur went to a team that team didn't turn out too good. And if his health right, and he proved his health right this year, I ain't gonna count Cleveland out and next year. I put a percentage on it, but that's just me. But let's look at the Cleveland Browns running back. Now they got 2 good running backs they drafted, and many people are saying over there on ESPN Cleveland, this the best draft Andrew Berry has ever had since he's been the GM. When you look at the talent that he done brought in. Now, when I look at that running back room, they got 2 horses on them. They drafted that dude from Ohio State. That's a bad dude. That boy, they keep him healthy.
BWatts, let me tell you something. They only got 1 running back. They ain't got Junkins on the team. He looking at me like, what?
Yeah, Junkins
ain't on the team, BWatts.
He ain't signed that contract. I wonder why
he ain't signed that contract. He ain't on the team.
Why he ain't signed the contract, dog?
Somebody came in my live last night and said, is Dylan Gabriel signed? So I checked, I looked, I got the website I go to and I look. I was like, yeah, he signed. But then I like, hold on. Junkins ain't signed.
No, he ain't.
So I'm like,
Dylan Gabriel just signed last week.
Yeah, he just signed. And then
I'm like, okay,
Junkins, he probably trying to do the same thing Tyler Show doing over there at the Saints, trying to get fully guaranteed because he know he gonna be the starter.
True.
So, I don't know. I ain't even really heard too much about the talks or what they trying to negotiate or where he wanted the contract that the Brown might not be giving him. But that's a big deal to be this far and this close to training camp. They need to go ahead and sign that boy because, like you saying, he a dog, and I'm expecting him to go over 1,000.
I am too.
But he got to be on the team first.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get it worked out. Man. I'm sure they'll get it worked out. I believe he know he's gonna be the starter, and he want that fully guaranteed.
Yep.
And he ain't that. You know how the Cleveland Browns doing. Do you think they got the money to do it, or they gonna have to make some changes?
They probably gonna have to restructure.
Yeah.
I don't know, whoever contract. I don't know. I mean, they cleared up cap space because they let my cousin go, and they let what his name, Newsom. They let another corner go. So they let my cousin go, and they let another player go, and they cleared up some cap space. Then they just let that DN go. So I mean,
I think they let them go so they can sign Dylan Gabriel.
They probably did.
I think that's what happened to them. I think that's what happened to them when they cut that tight end or someone of them, that defensive end that they was talking about. Somebody was telling me they did that so they could sign Dylan Gabriel to his contract. And then I kept hearing G. Bush them saying, why haven't they signed Junkins, the running back? I said, hey, sign him. I said, man, training camp started July the 18th. What the hell the Cleveland Browns doing, bro?
Because like when they cut, a lot of y'all don't know my cousin, Dalvin Tomlinson. He actually played on the Browns the last 2 years. I'm just telling everybody else. So when I say my cousin, they know what I'm talking about. So when they cut him and the other guy, they saved $15 million. That's why they did it. So I don't know. 15 million. So I don't know what.
Well, your cousin made that?
Nah, he was making 54 million.
Whoa.
He signed a 4-year contract, 54 million to go to the Browns. He left the Vikings, and then he signed 2 years ago with Cleveland for 54 million. Then they released him. Now he on Arizona Cardinals. Now he over there now. But when they released him and the other guy, they saved 15 million. So I don't know. Junkins ain't making that much. They can stretch it out.
Yeah. Like Coach Dre said that in chat, boy, he wanted that Travis Hunter contract. I believe that's what he wanted.
He can't get that. He tried to be the first round. He can't get that.
Hey, you finna be the bread butter, and you don't saw how Nick Chubb got injured. You looking at your offensive line?
Yep.
Boy, yeah, y'all gotta pay me, man. Y'all want me to tote this rock.
I need some guarantees in there.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. You gotta guarantee me a little bit more, gentlemen. Andrew Bear. But like I say, I'm be interested to see how this quarterback competition play out. I just want Shedeur to get a fair shot. If he get a fair shot, I think he'll come out on top. But if Kevin Sebastian them don't have no plan, which I'm sure they do. I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm saying if they don't have a plan, and if they keep going the way they said he gonna go, ain't no way it gonna work. That's why I don't believe nothing Kevin Stefanski said, because there ain't no way you can get 4 quarterbacks going into training camp. You don't play football, enough reps to prepare. Man, you said the first game, preseason game, always 8. Man, you know what it takes to install an offense and get familiar with your wide receivers and your timing down. Bro, they don't report to July the 22nd. That's 2 weeks away. So it ain't no way you could get 4 quarterbacks ready to play that game. So that's why I don't believe nothing he said. I believed him when he first started, when they first had their first press conference. But when I looked how things was going, and I heard some of those white guys on ESPN Cleveland saying he ain't never been honest about a press conference. So that let me know right there. He don't tell the truth. So you can't believe that he say. So it's impossible to get 4 quarterbacks ready. I think. You think they're gonna take all 4 first game of the season? All 5?
It just gonna depend on what they do in the training camp. Like they're gonna play a big part of who actually they already know who they got. Who's gonna be quarterback 1, QB1. They already know. I think they just trying to figure out who they're gonna keep. But who they gonna keep. But like the training camp practices and the practices against Carolina and the Eagles, like that's the only true thing Mary Kate done said. And Tony G. Them really gonna matter.
That's what it is. I've been saying all along.
To determine who gonna stay on their team. But I think they already got it. But I heard somebody say, like, why did you just go ahead and come out and say, you know, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett the starter? If that's where y'all going, just go ahead and say it. So because now you behind with a quarterback competition where everybody else done moved on. Like everybody else in the division already got their quarterback established, even though the Steelers got Aaron Rodgers late, but you already knew who they were waiting on. Right. So now you don't know, Jared Judy don't know who he gonna catch the ball from. He gotta get used to used to Dylan Gabriel left-handed spiral when he thought he was gonna get Shedeur. So I just say go ahead and name the starter and then just battle it out for quarterback 2 and 3 and then trade whoever lose. But the Browns, I think, because they got me thinking. I just thought about it, BWatts. They got me thinking that Shedeur is higher than we think because they ain't said nothing. Because just think about it. We talking about Shedeur right now. Think about it. They come out and say Shedeur QB2. The whole internet explode. Like, that's why I think they ain't said nothing. But hey, their organization ain't no talent. They got their loser mentality. They don't want to win. I don't know what's going on. We just got to wait and see with them. I don't even want to lie and say something on here, and now I got to double back. I don't want to do none of that.
That's why I be careful about when I hear about. That's why I don't talk about. You know, it's report. They reporting that he's going to the CFL and all that. I try to stay away from stuff like that, but I understand why people talk about it because some people trying to defend Shedeur Sanders too. And it's information. You can talk about it. It's information that me personally, I won't talk about that. But when you do look at that organization, starting with Andrew Berry and the head coach, and Coach Drake just put it down in the chat. That head coach he on the hot seat, brother. He going into his 5th year or 6th year as a head coach. He ain't developed not one. I mean, Moneymane, he ain't developed not one quarterback. They had a good quarterback with Baker Mayfield, but they want Deshaun Watson. They're gonna let you know right now they dysfunctional, man. They ain't selling in on one. And I hope they don't learn from their mistakes from the past. I'm telling you right now, Shedeur can help them. How many games? If Shedeur starts 17 games, big dog, how many games with that brutal schedule you think at the floor that they can win?
I think they over 500 easily.
Yeah, I give him 9 games, bro.
Yeah, I can give them 9 because they extended 18 now. Yeah, I can give them 9.
Yeah, I can give him 9 too. Yeah. So okay, let me ask you this. I think I'll ask Coach Drake. I didn't get a chance to ask you. Now, how many games will it take for Shedeur to play and start for them to realize and look at his body of work to see if he's a franchise quarterback?
Yeah, you did add me there. I said 8.
Oh, I did.
You said about 10, 11.
Yeah,
but I don't stick with 8.
You gonna think that's all you need? 8. That's all you need. 8 games.
I stick with 8.
He need 8.
When you're good, you don't need he gonna take advantage of the opportunity, like he already been doing with the few reps he been getting, and then like 8 games.
Yeah, Coach
Like
Dre said 8. FD said 8. DJ H said 8. I think, man. But see, I don't want him to get the 8 on the back end. I want him to get the 8 against the good player team to measure up.
He gonna have some, again, the Ravens again, because they got to play the division twice. So he gonna see all them again.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in the beginning. That's the main competition, because if you win the division, you go into the playoffs. So like if he can compete and beat them, then I think if they do that and get to the playoff, he'll be good, because he'll be already in the groove, and then got his patience down, understand the game, got the speed of the game better. Then because like when you play and you on a new level, it take a minute. Same thing at the job. It take a minute until you get in that groove. And now, okay, I'm good. It don't matter. I'm just going out here playing now, and then that's when you at your best, when you just and not thinking, and you just going out there and doing.
True. Yeah, I agree with you on that. See, that's another thing a lot of people ain't looking at. That the speed of the game in NFL is different from college. I done heard some players told me that. They said, man, my hard adjustment was the speed of the game. Was a quarterback that played at the University of Georgia, and he got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. I don't want to call his name. And he played up there at Southwest DeKalb in Atlanta. I'm sure you probably already know. He told me the speed of the game is way different from college and the NFL. He said that's what he had his problem. Coach G said 6 games on the front end. Okay, I appreciate that. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at right there. So like I said, I think the head coach up under a lot of pressure. I think he got to do right this time, big dog. All eyes gonna be on Cleveland. The whole NFL world, even people who ain't rooting for him, they gonna be looking at the Cleveland Browns to see how they handle this quarterback position, and it all because of Shedeur Sanders.
Exactly.
They know he wasn't no 5th round draft pick. They know that,
but they keep saying it.
Yeah, I know they keep saying they trying to keep it down. I wonder why they keep saying it though, big dog.
Because they don't want to believe it, just like we don't want to believe it. When we see what the film is, you can't say he's a 5th rounder.
Exactly.
I done studied these numbers. His last college season. That's the only one I'm looking at against Cam Ward. Cam Ward passed for 200 more yards than Shedeur. And threw for like 3 more touchdowns. Right. And Shedeur had like 3 more interceptions. But he went number 1. You can't justify Shedeur going to the 5th round if he got the same numbers at the 1st round as the number 1 pick, not just a 1st round quarterback. The number 1 pick in the trade, he got the same exact numbers.
I saw that. You ain't lying, because I saw the same thing. I saw it too, big dog. You ain't lying. And another thing, when you look at Shedeur numbers last season also, and when you hear that narrative from Mary Kay that their quarterback is in next year's draft, them guys can throw for 2,500 yards, bro. 2,500. How can you justify he's gonna be a better quarterback than Shedeur when he didn't throw but 2,500 yards last year?
I looked at 2 of them last night on that article. Everybody told me it was clickbait. I was like, I had clickbait when I just copied the title from the article. But look, they got that Garrett Nesmeyer and Fernando Mendoza. I know you ain't never heard of Fernando Mendoza. Exactly. They got him going in the 1st round to the Browns. Then let me ask you this, BWatts. Let me ask you this. God, it hit me last night. The LSU quarterback. Saints got the number 1 pick overall. And the Saints draft the LSU quarterback. Now, the Saints offensive coordinator is his dad.
Yep.
What you think about that? Is the Saints draft him number 1 overall?
I mean, I thought that. I've been saying that. I heard some people say that. And well, that's rough there, big dog. That's rough there.
Collusion.
Yeah. That kind of rough there, man. You know, it's set up that way for to have. You know that, don't you?
I know it. That's why I said.
That's why they ain't trying to reach out to no other quarterback. That's why you don't hear they head coach who coached Kenny Pickett, and Philadelphia trying to reach out to them for the DNA quarterback because the offensive coordinator's son is the quarterback for LSU, and they pushing him. They pushing him. The NFL pushing him. The college football world pushing him. But if you really just go look at his body of work, big dog, he ain't measuring up to Shedeur Sanders.
Like I told her last night, I said, ain't none of these boys better than Shedeur. They
None
ain't
of
better
them.
than Cam Ward. I said, unless
Jackson Darden, they ain't better than Dylan Gabriel. I would take Dylan Gabriel before I take any other quarterback other than Case Sauce out of that college football.
Exactly.
That's me.
I'm like,
no, ain't no way. I take Juju. I take Juju before I take that quarterback from LSU.
The only way I say he'll end up getting better, he had to throw for 4,500 yards, 50 touchdowns, and win the Heisman. Then we can't argue that.
Right.
But now, no, you had one starting season, and now all of a sudden y'all second round, first pick in the draft, 2026? No.
Yeah, I can't go with that either, big dog. Moneymane, I'm with you on that. I can't ride with that. No, I couldn't go with it. When I heard that first came out, I said, all of those boys, any day they even had Carson Beck name up in there. I said, what? The way he performed at Georgia? Yeah. Are y'all serious? Boy, they crazy, man. That go to show you how mainstream media is, man. They push the ones who look like them, bro. I'm just being honest, man. That's why, like, people like us, we have to get over here and do what we have to do to push back on some of that trading that they pushing out there. Our platform, my platform, might not be bigger than theirs. Hey, as long as one or two will catch it, I'm good. I ain't finna just let them sit back here and just dog the African American quarterbacks out and don't think they belong in the NFL. But that just means how I think. I think that's what's going on in the media, especially the SEC. They pushing for the SEC quarterback to do good because they pay them. They pay them. That's all what it is.
Yeah, they make a lot of money.
Yeah, they make a lot of money to get on the ESPN to talk about the SEC. But if you really just look at this college football, the quarterbacks are gonna be in the Big 12 this year. Iowa State got a dog out there, boy. I said, Dan Till for Utah, that boy a dog now. He get right. And if you ever do your research on brother, man. I'm trying to tell you now. But anyway, we're gonna close it out on this one about Shedeur Sanders. But once again, Shedeur Sanders out there working. Ain't no quarterback. Now I'm not saying the rest of them ain't working on their off time. I'm sure they is. But Shedeur Sanders look like he locked in. Look like he going for QB1. I don't think he coming to Cleveland be no bad for his mentality.
Not long at all.
Right. So I give you the last word on Shedeur, and then we'll close that. Whatever you want to say.
They just need, like you been saying, give that boy a chance. I don't quit calling him boy. Give that man a chance. Because if Cleveland messed this up, or even they trade Shedeur, they might as well get out the NFL. They might well not be an NFL franchise because they're gonna get so much shame. They might even lose loyal fans that really like Shedeur.
Yeah.
And now Shedeur come with a lot of support.
Yeah.
So now that support done left. That mean the money done left. You might build a new stadium. You got to fill them seats. You can't fill a seat with a 3-14 team.
Right.
And you ain't got no franchise quarterback. You still trying to find a finished product when you ain't trying to develop nobody.
Exactly.
Look, I made a video like 2 months ago. I said trade Shedeur out of this Browns circus. Because it was getting ridiculous where they were coming out and they ain't letting him get no reps. But then you got to think about what team would want to draft or will trade for Shedeur. And then that's when a big question mark come up because what I done learned about all the collateral collusion, didn't nobody want to touch him because they knew the Browns were about to got him. Now, if a team come out and said they really wanted him but couldn't draft him, then that's different. But now I had to dive deep to see exactly what team they might, if they do decide to trade them, they might want them. It's only one that come to mind, and they've been in the news where on trending Miami, but just because of Tua. But nah, Shedeur, he just gotta get a chance.
Right.
Like, that's all he asking for. That's all he looking for. So they just need to give it to him. But the Browns, the way they move, I don't, you know, they might try to wait till the last second and then throw him in there.
Yeah, you never know, man. You never know about the Browns, the way it's going. I had a little faith in them when everything first kicked off, but now look like Shedeur's situation have been surrounded by a bunch of lies. You know, everybody telling a lie to cover up a lie, then they keep lying. You just don't know what to believe. And the way the media, the old media, not the new generation media, some out there good reporting the story right, but the old media is trying to keep Shedeur down, and that's the part I don't like. Especially, you're a part of your team. You reporting on. You should want to report the good things about your quarterback. You're a part of the team. You know, you're a part of the team. That's why I can't get with Mary Kate. And sometimes she'll say something good or report something good, but I did a show on Mary Kay about what she posted over there 3 days ago. She said Shedeur Sanders went 7 for 7 in the red zone, but that same day she hit the radio station and dogged him out, and I didn't like that. That's why I can't ride there. She tweeted good stuff, but when she get on the microphone with them other old heads, she try to dog him out, and that's the part I can't get with. I just can't get with that. But yeah, Shedeur that need a chance, and once he get that chance, he gonna ride it. I think he gonna be QB1. I think he gonna start. I believe it's just the Russell Wilson effect. He gonna prove it in the scrimmage game, in that preseason game, and the people gonna see it. They don't really understand the fan base behind Shedeur Sanders. I don't think they do. I don't think they really know, but they finna find out, big dog.
Yep.
Them see you auntie. They, man, I'm telling you, that stuff is real out there now.
Yeah, it's real.
They both passionate about this thing now, boy. They don't like the way Shedeur got treated in that draft, bro.
Nope.
That's what it comes from. They don't like the way he got treated in that draft.
A lot of people don't. But
yeah. So when you look at the wide receiver group, they got Jerry Judy. You think they got Tillman? You think he's gonna be a good wide receiver number 2? Or it don't matter. They're gonna go with them 2 tight ends.
They're gonna go with them 2 tight ends and Jerry Judy. That's what I see. But like I told you, they need to get Amari Cooper. Like,
he's still out there. You told me he's still out there.
Be white. When you get off, go watch Amari Cooper Browns highlights.
I seen him. He was good.
Like I don't think he fell out that much. I don't think he would have fell out that much.
No, they don't want to give him that money, I don't believe.
You ain't got to pay him nothing. He's sitting. He gonna have to take whatever you give him. You would have got Deontay Johnson.
Oh man, that's crazy, man.
That dude. Like, be what? You heard what he did at the Ravens?
Yeah, you heard that too. That's crazy, man.
I would have cut you too.
I would have cut him too.
I don't even want you to play on my team.
I know, bro. Yeah, I heard what he doing. Hey, I bet the people in the chat don't know what he did. Yeah.
You want to tell him, or you want me to tell him?
Nah, you go ahead. Go ahead, big dog.
This man, Deontay Johnson. No, I think he wearing number 16 on the Browns now. He was a top receiver when he was with the Steelers, when Kenny Pickett was the quarterback. Then he bounced around. Now he went to the Ravens last year. He was on 3 teams last year. In 1 year.
Yeah.
They told him to go in the game. He said he didn't want to go in the game because he was too cold. I'm like, bro, you making millions. I'm sure you got weather bug on your phone, or the Apple tell you the weather. You knew it was 41 degrees when you went out there. You know you could have bundled up, but nah, you getting paid to play, and then you refuse to go in the game because you cold.
Exactly. That's crazy.
You surprised you get cut. Nah, bro, you deserve to get cut.
I went when the story came out, bro. I said, man, why did Cleveland Brown want this dude, bro?
That's what I said.
And they know the weather they cold.
Exactly.
If he didn't want to go in, man, when I heard that, man, I heard G Bush them talking about that. And I said, he did what? So I Googled that thing. I said, man, this dude refused to go in the game because it's cold. And now you're up there in Ohio, bro. That day right there, they just function. Man. Yeah, Prince from yeah, he did it. He showed it. Yeah, I see you, Coach Drake. But yeah. All right, let's switch to the thing, bro. We're gonna stay right there in the NFL. Name me 2. I was gonna say 3, but I'm gonna see where you at, see where you're hard at, see where your knowledge at. Name me 2. The 2 best quarterback wide receivers duo in the NFL right now.
Let me think on it.
Yeah. Help out, chat. Y'all help us out. Put your who the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the right now. What you say, big dog?
Let's see what the chat think. I gotta think on it.
All right. Yeah. You got to go with Joe Burrows and Lamar Chase number 1 for a quarterback wide receiver. I got number 1. Number 2.
It would have been Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson, but for me, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
But yeah, I see Dak, CD Lamb, but Joe Burrow, Lamar Chase number 1.
Yeah, I'm going with Joe Burrows and Joe Burrows and Lamar Chase at number 1. Now number 2, I gotta go with, man. I know a lot of people might not agree with this. Man, what Jalen Daniels and what's called that wide receiver out there did?
Yeah, Terry, I was just thinking about them.
Man, they cut up, boy.
Yeah, I was just thinking about them. I like, yeah, they could be a number 2 there. You know, they ain't got
they gonna be 1
year together, but hey, Hurts, AJ Brown.
1 year together, man. They come back out there good direction. But then you gotta look at AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. That was a bad combination too. But still, I had to go with what Washington did, the Commanders did with them. I think them the top. Yeah, I see somebody in there talk about
Debo.
Yeah, he just went out there this year. So we'll see with that. But yeah, that's where I go. Now, if the Cleveland Browns play this right, Shedeur and Jerry Judy, they'll be a top 5. At least a top 10. At least a top 10. At least a top 10. At least a top 10.
Because Shedeur accurate.
Yeah, he's straight, especially with that deep ball. Boy, he throws that. So I like that. I like it. Right. All right. Who's the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and then Jalen Hurts, just because he won a Super Bowl.
Man, let me get out there.
Or it might be Jaden Daniels.
Boy, you gonna tell me, Josh? You gonna tell me you picked all them quarterbacks before you said Josh Allen? Man,
Josh Allen,
this show already.
They gotta get over that hump.
Who hump?
Well, Lamar do too.
What hump Lamar? Boy, don't start. You won't start. Let me tell you that.
Look, the third one, the toss up. Like I can say Mahomes for sure. Then you can debate 2 and 3. Lamar, Allen. I'm still gonna leave Lamar in there just because he keep winning MVP. And then I know what Josh Allen just won, didn't he?
Yeah, he won. So why he can't be the top 1?
But Lamar got 2 of them. So I gotta put Lamar in front of him.
Like Josh Allen. Then you debate Lamar Jackson or Mahomes.
No, Lamar got 2. Now. Josh just won. Lamar got 2.
Why he got him? Lamar Jackson is not a better quarterback than Josh Allen. He just
he
had no weapons. Bro, here you go. Here you go. Hold on. Mac. I see Mac in there. Mac.
To me, Lamar a little downgrade from Michael Vick. He ain't better than Michael Vick. He a little downgrade. Cause Vick was different.
I agree on that.
Vick had a stronger arm and speed. But Lamar, he a little downgrade from Vick. Josh Allen, he just big. He's 6'5", whatever. He's 6'5", 6'6".
6'5".
He can tote the rock, but he only got one.
Rough. It will need like. He don't need no hell. He go out there. No, I like it, man. I always have like Josh Allen. I like him in college. But anyway, let's see what else I got on this. What you think about the chances of Travis Hunter winning the rookie?
I was gonna make a live on that, a video on that. I think he win both.
Oh yeah, on both sides.
I think he win both on both sides.
What you mean by both?
The defensive and offensive rookie of the year.
So when you look at Travis, you like him as a wide receiver better or a defensive back better? Cornerback.
I want
talk to the chat. I got to pick one chat. Hold on. Let me talk to the chat. Coach Dre said Lamar is 1, Patrick Mahomes is 2, Adams 3. Okay, I disagree. I hear you though. Okay, y'all in the chat. What position do you like Travis the most? You can't say both. You got to pick one. Wide receiver or cornerback? All right, go ahead, big dog.
I say
which one?
I say corner.
Corner,
because it's harder to play corner. It's harder to play defense, period. But to play corner with them skills he got, like that's rare. Like I know a lot of people done said it, but if you actually watch him play corner, it's just so natural. That's why they wanted him on offense first, because it was gonna be a harder learning curve than the defensive side. But you got to read and react to whatever the offense is doing. So you basically guessing. So if you don't know what you're doing, you guessing. But for Travis to have the ball skills at corner, and he can basically run the route for the receiver, he could win you at least 2 to 3 games just on defense. Because he gonna pick 6.
Okay.
Like if he can shut down, then he can shut down one side of the field. It ain't like he need any help. That's rare. You don't see that. When the last time you see it? What? Jalen Ramsey and Darrell Reeves were the other one.
Yeah.
Like completely shut down that side of the field and play one-on-one with that receiver. That's why I say defense.
Okay. I gotta go opposite. I gotta say wide receiver. I just like the way dude react to the ball. Man. He attack the ball, he come back to the ball, he won't the ball. Boy, you see him on the sideline, all he would do, man, get me the ball, and what he'll do. Get him the ball and he make the play. I like the way he attacked the ball. But when he was playing with Colorado on the defensive side, boy, you put him in his zone, boy, he know exactly what kind of play you finna run against. Exactly. And that's why he's seeing jumping on rocks 2 years ago and last year UCF. When they play in the zone, he is the best player on that defensive side when they're in the zone, because those bigger wide receivers can't body him up as much if they was in a man. But Steve, like I see Uncle Steve and him, Gentry, that running back, yeah, he got something record of the year too, because he gonna have that ball in his hand.
I think Gentry had to go over. Gentry probably had to run for like 1,600 yards. Cause you know,
don't think he can't.
I ain't saying he can't. I ain't saying he can't. But just think about it. If you got Travis.
Did you tell me you played linebacker? Did you play linebacker?
Yeah.
When you was linebacker, what you think? Like that every play.
Look, I'm going for an ankles. I ain't hitting that man head up. I'm going for an ankle. Look,
hey, you got that's the same thing that Baltimore Ravens. That big old dude got. That big old dude they got that running back. The Baltimore Ravens.
Look, man, I seen Derrick Henry in person. This dude bigger than 6'2". I seen him when he was at Alabama. He bigger. He way bigger. Melvin Gordon was big too. A lot of y'all probably don't remember him. Melvin Gordon was a tank, but I'm hitting him at the ankle. But like I was about to say, Travis, if Travis get even close to 1,000-yard receiving and have about 12, 13 touchdowns, I think he win that offensive rookie of the year. And then the defensive side, if he had 2 to 3 interceptions, and let's just say one of them a pick 6, I think he got the defensive rookie of the year, no matter what our dude Carter do. Our dude Carter gonna have to put up 20 sacks or whatever Michael Parsons did his rookie year.
Okay. All right, y'all. All right, chat. Y'all watching Sports Talk with BWatts along with Moneymane. We finna ride out. We keep riding out. Y'all hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you don't mind, let's switch over. Talk about football. We're gonna start this thing off with Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. All right, it's media day. Today is Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. I seen a video when they arrived. Many of y'all got me the video showing me the this morning. You got Case, you got Jordan Stevens, DJ McKinney, you got Mata, and you got Julian Lewis. Will be at media day. When you look at the player that they selected to go out there for media day, I think Coach Prime did a good job in selecting them. They got 2 quarterbacks going out there. I know a lot of people thought that was unusual, but I think it was a smart move. You got a veteran quarterback in Case Salton, and you get Julian Lewis ready so that he can handle the press, because he's going to for Colorado, and I think that was a good move. Now, I would love to see Arden Walker, the defense end, because I think he can be the leader on the defense this year. I think he's going to get that on that jersey this year. I think they just so when you look at the media day and the players that they sent out there, what are your thoughts on
them? They're making that big statement about, hey, these are top players now. These are top players. These are the players you need to be paying attention to and looking at. Because, you know, like you said, if they would have brought Walker out there, then, you know, that would have showed you these the leaders of the team. These guys that going to rally us. These the guys that going to lead us the whole season and hopefully go to a 10-win season. And these guys we rocking with. Because that Shedeur and Trevor era over.
Right.
And everybody keep saying, Coach Dion gonna finally have the coach. I'm like, so what he was doing before? What he was doing before? He was coaching.
Right.
But yeah, I ain't took a look at it yet, but I will. But but that's telling me these the guys they're gonna lead this team. That's why they here, and I want you to hear from them.
Okay. So also, when you get the Colorado team this year, a lot of people in the media, they don't believe Colorado got a team this year because we don't have Shiloh. But when I look at it, they got a better team overall this year than they had last year, especially at the depth of the team. And especially on the offensive line, you already know. It's good to have a good wide receiver. It's good to have a good defensive back. Bro, when you got some trenches, an offensive line and defensive line that have produced from where they came from, and with the coaching staff that Colorado got, I think they got a better team this year than they did last year. They ain't no knock on Travis. They ain't no knock on Shedeur. The overall team, really, shit. When you look at the quarterback position, I think that's the strength of the team. They got 2 quarterbacks that can get in there and get the job done. What other team in college can do that? I don't think now can. Then when you look at the wide receiver room, man, if Omarion Miller come back healthy, bro, shit, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's a key person to me. If he come back healthy along with Cecile Brown, and then you got Q6 out there with JoJo Williams, man, ain't too many teams got too many defensive backs.
I know somebody gonna have to go off. and somebody gonna be open every play.
Yeah, every play.
Especially now they're gonna run game too. It's done deal. Like you said, I agree with you 100%. The team in totality in every position done got better. You make up for losing Shedeur with a real dual threat quarterback and can run that RPO. It's gonna be ridiculous trying to stop K-Salt or their running game. Now it's gonna open up everything for everybody else. And like I said, Marion Miller, man, he my favorite receiver on Colorado right now. You know, just seeing him freshman and last year, what he did, he was already a dog to me. So just to have them first team reps and can potentially be the number one. Hey, he said he see Mario wide receiver 3. I don't, man, Mario wide receiver 3 last year to me. But yeah, I see this team gonna really shake up some stuff, and Georgia Tech gonna be a really good test, especially for them trenches.
It's like that way gonna be decided in the now. Now look at the wide receiver room. Who wide receiver 1? Who wide receiver 2? Who wide receiver 3 in your book, in your eye?
Right now, I got Amarion first, JoJo second, and then third might be Draylon Miller.
Okay, that's a good group. That's a good group.
Just because both of them, Amarion, both of the Miller boys been there, and I watched JoJo film. He was one of them dogs. So, but yeah, Cecile Brown, you know, K6. Then they got some other boys they're gonna rotate in, but I think K6 the X factor though. I think he LeJontay West on steroids.
yeah. He gonna be a fan favorite too. But one thing I like about the wide receiver room, you can't go wrong. Even though I'm all right with Cecile Brown at the number 1. They can use them at the X. The dude ran a 4.3 in the 4 years ago, and he ain't got no trouble since I've seen his film where the tall, the big toe. I think JoJo gonna be the number 2 wide receiver. If Omarion is healthy, he'll be the number 3. D Miller, Draylon, me personally, I would love him to be the running back. If they made him the running back because he's versatile, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, he can run the ball between the tackles, he's big enough, he's strong enough. If they can just somehow, you remember last year they started the game with him in the backfield.
Yep.
That first game, he started off in the backfield and he looked good. So I don't know if he wanted that or they satisfied with Dalen Hayes, Micah. Now Track Hawk gonna be an interesting. I want to see how he performs during camp. He might take that number 1 running back from Dalen Hayes if he look good because he got the speed. He got the speed. He's short. He get behind them big old offensive line. He ain't gonna be able to see it. It's interesting right there. But I know a lot of people want to see him run the ball. They think they're gonna have 1,000 yards, and I don't see that. And I hope they do, but I don't see it. I see one of them running backs at least getting 600 to 700 yards. But after that, K-Salt gonna get the yards, right? Ain't that no question.
Yeah.
And I want to see the development of Michael, the running back. That's why. Yeah. Now on the defensive side, when you look at that defensive back, that safety position, man, Stoudemire got so big, man. He gotta have a good season this year. I don't know if you don't look at that in your clothes. Stoudemire big, I don't know what, big dog.
Yeah. Actually, I was playing the game yesterday, and I was looking at the roster. I like they got that boy at 80, 86, something like that, rating. So I like he done been working if EA give him like that. But yeah, him and I think they got Preston Hard. I thought he was still playing corner, but I think they got Preston Hard back there at safety too. So where Kamara, he been there. So Stoudemire, he been there. So he should know. And he was actually playing anyway these last couple of years. So you know, they know what they got back there already. But that corner position, they're gonna be the opposite of McKinnon. They're gonna be the question mark, you know. But I know you said Parks.
Keon Park. Go look at that, bro. Go look at
I ain't looked at him yet, but I will. I know you keep talking about him.
Hey, I did a show on Keon Park about a month ago. Boy, straight dog, boy. He hit like Shiloh and Cam Michael.
Yeah.
And boy, he would run your ass. Excuse my language, YouTube. Don't find the YouTube. I need that 199. Don't take it from me. But he'll run you up in the bleacher, boy. I'm trying to tell you, I like Keon Park. Now they probably go with DJ Johnson because he's a vet, and Kevin. They like him. They like him. But Keon Park, bro, I think he's gonna be the coach in hood of last. Yeah. Whenever team go 4 wide, I think Keon Park will come off the bench and beat them. But if R.J. Johnson slip up, Keon Park gonna be right there for it. He's gonna be right there for it. I ain't got no doubt about that. Now, when you look at that linebacker room, you played linebacker. When you look at Colorado linebacker room, what you see?
Speed. I think what speed. Cause like I said last time, Bentley was a traditional linebacker. You know, he was like a true middle linebacker filling that hole, and then that boy Hill, I can't believe he left though. That he showed out. That's the reason why Trevor Woods had to transfer, because you know they try to move him down the linebacker, but the new guys, the Hughes, and you saying French, them probably the 2 starters. And now I ain't White Goldberg. I ain't White Goldberg, but I know they got another Salter. And then they got their freshman from Buford.
Yeah.
So
they
speed. That's what I see.
Yeah. Now, check it out. When you look at that game against Georgia Tech, now I'm going to that game. I'm supposed to be going there. Well, I am going. He not supposed to be going. I'm going to that game. That dude named Eric Rivers, that wide receiver they got. That boy a bad boy, man. He a bad dude, boy. I just hope somebody take him out of the game. Because he's going to be a nightmare. I'm saying he's going to be a nightmare. I don't want to see DJ McKinnon. I don't think DJ McKinnon quick enough for him. But if they can put Keon Park, lock him up. He'll lock him down. Straight lockdown. He'll lock him down. I don't think DJ McKinnon quick enough to have that dude. Now Preston Hard, he might check it. He probably can check it. It's just gonna be interesting. Can they stop the quarterback for Georgia Tech? If they can stop that quarterback from running that ball, Colorado gonna win. And that's that defensive line and them linebackers gonna have to show up that game. They gonna let me know who they want to hit for 4 quarters. That boy 6'2", 230 pounds. Quarterback.
Yeah,
he can run that ball at least 20 times that game.
Hank King a dog. He good. But you gotta make him throw. You know, he ain't the most accurate quarterback. But if you let that boy get the running, and then the running back, them the main 2 they're gonna have to stop. I wouldn't even worry about the receiver right now. Like stop the run, make them one-dimensional. Yeah, and we already got the DBs, to stop all that. But if they let them go on, if it become Kansas State last year, or Kansas, it's over with. Yeah, that's why I say it's gonna be the best test, because their front 7, that offensive line and that defensive line, what they look like. Colorado got to be able to run the ball on Georgia Tech, and they got to stop the run when they on defense.
Yeah, I agree. But check this out. When you look at the Big 12, which team you expect to see challenging the Big 12 championship other than Colorado? What 2 teams?
I'm not gonna go. I don't know exactly what every team lost. and what they gained. But you know, well,
Okay.
you got to find a quarterback now. But they still got they were just dominating on the front end because they would. I think you really got to look at. But I think Iowa State might be in the mix. BYU. Who else was up there? I don't know if Arizona State gonna go back.
Nah.
But I heard a lot of talk about Texas Tech, but I don't know.
They spending that money.
I know it, but you know,
they spending that money.
If Florida State spent that money too, you see what happened to them?
yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm hearing a lot of talk about Texas Tech too.
Yeah, they throwing TCU in the mix too. Like you know, Big 12, anybody can win that. Cause they had Arizona State as the last team, and then they end up winning the conference. So it's like,
I know.
You never know.
Mac got Mac in the chat. He's saying TCU. I keep hearing a lot about TCU, but TCU look like they right. I think they on Colorado schedule this year.
Yep, they back on there. Yeah, they got a plan. It's gonna be another test where all the Big 12 ain't gonna be a test because anybody can win. You know, how many points they be putting up.
Right. I agree with you 100% on that. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting season. I just know if they can, they got to show me against Georgia Tech. If they go out and dominate Georgia Tech and stay focused and disciplined the rest of the season, they can win just about any game they in. I don't think they'll get blown out in any game they play this year.
Nah.
I just hope Coach Prime gets help back fully and be ready to go. That's what I'm looking for to start this season off. You gonna try to go to a game in Colorado?
I don't know yet.
You ain't make your
mind
up
trying
yet?
to get the one last year, but my schedule it wouldn't let me do it. So, but it's a little different this year. So I'll see. I had to plan it out. It won't be in the beginning of the season. It probably I want to go out there when it's snowing. I don't know about you, but I just want to see it with the snow. So that's just me.
Yeah, you go every time then. You go. It's not that right now, probably. I went up there to Utah game. It was nice. It was nice. It was nice. I had a good time, man. Real good time. The people were friendly and everything up there. I like that. Hey, want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Mac, I see you. Miss Harris, I see you. Who else we got in here? Wayne Hood, I see you. Rev Nelson, I see you. What they say? They say, good morning, Moneymane. Everybody got love for Moneymane. Yeah, you're good dude, y'all. You're good dude. Yeah, Wayne Hood and Colorado thinks to run through the Big 12 Prime. Got a point to prove, BWatts. Yeah, you got to prove it, because you know what they saying? They really ain't getting Colorado for 6 wins. I think 6 wins. Shedeur, because we lost Travis, but them the same one that said we weren't gonna win with Travis and Shedeur. Exactly. Make up your mind what it is. Yeah, you know, make up your mind what it is. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Big Dog, you got anything here before we get off?
Nah, that's about all I got. You know.
All right, when you coming on live again? You gonna come on live before 8 o'clock anytime? That's when I come on at 8. I'll check you out.
Yeah, I had to check. Nah, it's gonna be later tonight.
You gonna be later tonight?
It might be about 9 o'clock tonight.
All right. As soon as I get off, I'll pop up over there and see what you got. What you got to talk about? You know what you're talking about?
Nah, not yet. You know, I gotta do my research first. But
yeah,
you know, I don't plan it. I know you playing yours out days ahead. You know, I like to see. I like to see what's trending that day.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a good thing. Sometimes I do that. I ain't got time to wait on that. I ain't got time to wait on that news drop. So I go by who that John later. Whenever some new hit, he'll drop something. Yeah, that's the one guy I look for in the news drop, anything new. And also over there on Twitter, I look at he'll throw me what's going on in the news. Sabrina Blankenship, FD, they'll let me know what's going on in the news. JR Boxing, where he used to pick me up, but he on vacation. But other than that, that's all I got, man. Like I said, man, good show. And I think we're doing something. We're doing it again. What, Friday?
Yeah, we'll be on my channel.
Oh, you got something to do? Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can do. We always can do. It don't matter. You can show everything on both channels.
Yeah.
You doing it now? You showing your side, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I just
Yeah.
it out.
So you're just hosting. You're hosting show Friday, and
I gotta get you on Legendary Island.
What we want to do? Yeah, Legendary Island. Yeah, Legendary Island. Well, I like that music. Now. You made that song?
Yeah, I made all of them.
You make all your songs?
Yeah, when you go to my live and the first song that come on, they're actually me rapping. They're actually me writing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I said, that sounds like I'm rapping, boy. I said, okay. I said, boy, I got some talent out there.
Yeah, I do a little bit. You know, I do a little bit. Brian,
yeah, man.
Studios over here. Yep.
Okay. So how long you been in the music?
I've been doing music since high school. And
oh yeah,
I got some songs out on SoundCloud. They old though, but you know, they on SoundCloud. But
okay.
Last song I made about my dad. So I made that song about 2 years ago. Well, now it's been about a year ago when I made that song. That's the last time I done recorded something. So
okay. How long did you put one together?
Say it again.
How long it take you to put one together?
Me rapping, not that long. I mean, me rapping, it take a while. I gotta write it, but I can't tell my story about BWatts on live. You know, I had to tell you outside how I get that music done so quick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I thought maybe y'all just come. I thought maybe just come up and just go in there and just go in. You already know.
Sometimes, you know, but like I said, I ain't. Clyde, yo, he old school, man. Whatever. Anyway.
Mac said,
nah, that way
yeah, he old school. Hey, Mac, he got nice stuff. Mac, go there and check him out.
Hey, look, all this music be on every streaming platform. I'm working on it right now, getting every song I got. And then BWatts, I surprised them the other night on my live. They ain't know I had that gospel music too.
Oh, you know that gospel music? No.
I got that renewed gospel. I call it renewed gospel. They don't know I got that music.
When you play that, that's what I need to get it. I need to check that out.
What? I think it was Sunday night.
Oh, Sunday night on your Sunday night show?
No, today Wednesday. No, it might have been Monday.
Hey, text it to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me, man. I didn't see that, man. Yeah, y'all in one with your dad, boy. Yeah, your dad was a bad dude, boy. I ain't gonna put the business out. That boy, ooh, that boy was rock a house, boy. Didn't need no keyboard player, didn't need no piano player. That nigga, boy. Hey. Well, yeah, man. I remember when he came out of church, well, me, I don't know if you know. Well, you gotta know their name. You know Darcy Bell, Sonya Bell, and Sager Bell. Well, we were sitting beside each other. They said, this dude ain't right now. I said, okay, we finna see. Boy, popcorn came down there. I said, boy, I told you. I said, yeah, you're right, boy. You're right. Yeah. He talked church up, boy. Once again, we got Moneymane. We'll be back together Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Come on, come back. Y'all come back. Y'all come back at 8 a.m. on Friday over there on Moneymane and Sports Talk. Will be what? Moneymane will be hosting the show, and we're gonna rock out with him. All right, fam. All right. Appreciate y'all. Chat and everything that you do. Man, I appreciate you too, man. Once again, I'll be looking forward to chat on your live, man. If you don't mind, send me that text.
I will. I got you.
All right, bro. Take care of yourself, man. All right, chat. We appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. And I'm getting ready to get out of here. I got to go cook me some breakfast, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'll be late all the time doing that. When I started in morning, so walk in and everything. Bro, appreciate you.
It's too much on my mind right now, baby, I don't need this. Lately, I've been by myself right now, I cannot take no risk. I've been looking at my jewelry, you may think that I'm a lick. Yeah, these people wanna try me, cause they know I'm too legit. Yeah,
too legit to quit, the thought of losing make me sick. But it's a lot I'm dealing with, ain't breaking stride, I'm trying to win.
Sometimes you be acting strange, and right now I don't need this. I've been counting up this paper and just adding up these digits. Yeah, I know that you never thought that I'd be in this position. I'm gonna take you shopping at Dior, girl, you know I love Christians.
Go ahead and get what you need, I'll take care of your expenses. I know what puts you at ease when you get you out of mind. I went out the country to get what you need.
Baby, you know this shit different, yeah.
I knew I could do it, I just had to believe.
Baby, I just knew you would.
I just keep it from around me, I ain't see the greed.
Can't put you in that position.
I just can't put you in that position.
It's too much on my mind right now, baby, I don't need this. Lately, I've been by myself right now, I cannot take no risk. I've been looking at my jewelry, you might think that I'm a lick. Yeah, these people wanna try me, cause they know I'm too legit. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet he. I'm gonna have to, when it come up, I'm just gonna have to remove it. Alright. Let me do it.
Hey, Salo, they call me Buckified. They call me Buckified.
I'm not even gonna lie, you
Buckified is what they call me in the champion. Look at that outfit. They call him Buckified Bird. I got inducted at the Hall of Fame in 2017 as a super fan. But you're gonna be the steal. The steal. You're gonna be the steal. This is the steal, baby. This is the steal. We stole Silo. Well, I'm telling you what, we stole it. They gonna regret that either. I'm telling you what, can't nobody stop us. Back to back to back to back to back, and we're going to the Super Bowl. Can't nobody stop us. We got Silo. Shut down, lockdown, baby.
when I walk like this,
down,
you know what time it is when I walk like this.
Shut down, lockdown, baby. Buckified.
You're a good man.
His 12th touchdown catch of the season.
Are you practicing to practice, or are you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
What's coming? You on the way?
Go plus. Hey, watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your boy Bernard Watts, live right here in Boulder, Colorado. Getting ready to watch Coach Prime in a Colorado Buffaloes. Yeah, let's go Buffs.